Yo, 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 what's up? This is John from Judge Innovation Girls in the Peach Capital of the state, baby. What's up, Gary? I'm trying to find the remote. Trying to find the remote for the TV. You doing all right, Gary? I really don't. I had it earlier, but I had some visitors. And I turned the TV off. We're going to finish this. We're going to finish it. Just as soon as I find the remote. Oh well. Ain't a big deal. Ain't no big deal. Ain't no big deal. I was just gonna turn on the radio. We fix me a water and we'll let some people come in. I told you I'd find it. Told you I'd find it, Gary. Told you I'd find it. I found it. I found it, Gary. I found the remote. Found the remote. Found the remote. What's up, Angie? What's up, Angie? Yeah, I told you I'd find it. Well, I did something today. I had to drag my driveway. Had to clean the snow out of my driveway. I got to go somewhere tomorrow. And so I had to scrape the driveway. Had to scrape the driveway. I hadn't been nowhere since Thursday. Probably longer than that. Thursday, I guess. I guess it was Thursday. I don't know. Thursday or something. Might have been Thursday. Could have been Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday, honestly. So I hadn't left the house since Wednesday. I ain't even left since Wednesday. Now I went duck hunting, but I walked for that. I mean, I had to crank up the automobile, but let me show you something. So, the guy told me not to say nothing. And I said, okay, fine. He told me not to say his name or nothing, but I am going to say something. I'm going to show you something. It's just regular tea flavor. Caffeinated, sugar-free tea and lemonade. So, yeah, and the only reason why I got to go out tomorrow is I don't have to go out tomorrow, but I need to go out tomorrow to take care of something. But yeah, I hadn't been nowhere since Wednesday, last week. I think it was Wednesday. I walked and went duck hunting Saturday, so I walked 2 miles. You know, it's so crazy. I walked 2 miles in the snow, 1.25 miles there and 1.25 miles back, in the snow with the dog, backpack, 7 boxes of pew-pew, 2 things, 2 decoys, 2 bottles of water, 2 packs of nabs, and I walked 1.5 miles in the snow. It was right at 6 to 7 degrees in the snow, And you got some people that can't even walk 50 foot toting 50 pounds. We did pretty good. We did pretty good. Got our limit. So I had not a neighbor. I had somebody come by today. You know, when I told y'all I had to leave earlier on live, somebody texted me and said, hey man, I'm coming to see you, blah, 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 whatever. So I had somebody come see me, right? So when they got here, they stopped at the road. They couldn't get down my driveway. They said, I ain't even going to attempt to get down my driveway. So I said, what you got? And they said, it's not new, but I seen you on YouTube talking about your TV going crazy and the pixels and stuff. I was like, yeah, I just play it just to have noise, right? Just to have noise. It's not new. You'll have to make a stand for it, but I got you a TV. And I'm like, what? So they brought me a TV. So check this out. So here's the TV that I had, right? This is the TV that I had that goes crazy, right? And so this is the TV. Now this TV right here, somebody throwed this TV out about 3 or 4 years ago in the ditch. And let me tell you the story. So I've adopted a highway. I adopted the highway for 3 miles. So every 90 days we pick up trash in memory of Owen. So we have adopted a highway 3 miles. 3 miles out, 3 miles in. So I start at the sign and I walk 3 miles out and pick trash, and I walk 3 miles back. That's 6 miles. Forever 6, 6. See where I'm going with this? This TV was in the ditch. This TV was in the ditch. So I put it on the back of the truck and brought it home and plugged this TV up. It works. Just half of the pixels is blurred out in the screen. Don't make no difference. Works good in the shop for a shop TV, but I believe this year the cold weather has just destroyed the pixels. So the pixels would be green, blue, orange. I mean, it looked like a melted bag of Skittles. Just crazy, right? Just a melted bag of Skittles. So this TV, somebody threw this TV in the ditch because it was messed up. I brought it back to the shop, and I've been using it for about 2, maybe 3 years, and it's just going on the glitch, right? It's just going on the glitch, right? Yeah. So this guy watches me on YouTube, and he said the roads was fine enough to get here. He said he drove about 45 minutes to get here, but then he said the roads where you live at are terrible. And I said, well, what you got for me? And this is what he brought. Look, he brought me this TV, a JVC TV, full HD. Now, it didn't have a stand on it. He said it don't have a stand, but it works. So what did I do? I took the stand off of this one, cut it down, shoved it up in the hole, put some daggone screws in it. Look, I put some daggone sheet screws in it and put a block of wood right there in the front of it. And there she goes, boys and girls. There she goes. Yeah. So look, I took the stand off of this Panasonic, cut it down. I was on the phone with Build on a Budget when I was doing this. Took the daggone stand, shoved it up in the hole of the JVC, and put 2 damn sheet screws on both sides. Hey, and the thing about it is, plugged it right up. Look here. Plugged it right on up. Let's get to it. Hold on a second. Let me go to this thing right here and I'll show you. Went on here and just plugged it right on up. Look, the whole TV screen works. It's not all blurry. Look at that ugly son of a gun on there. Look. Plays. It ain't all blurry on that side. Look at her. Cooking with gas, baby. Cooking with gas. Yep. Winter, chicken dinner. And they said the reason why they didn't use it no more is because the stand broke and it'd been in their closet for months. And they said, figured you could make it work. I made it work. Look here. full HD 1920, 1880. Oh, the volume's on the other side. So yeah. One man's junk is another man's treasure. Fred Sanford and Son. Oh yeah, I can see. Look now, Mac. Look, I can see. Look, it ain't all pixeled to death. Then I had this piece of 4x4. This is aluminum. I'm not using this, but I think that'll work good for the table. So I slid the table over there. I think that'll work good for the table. I think that'll work good to get me a piece of 4x4. So, oh man, that sucks. All right, so what we're gonna do now is, I already made one. So this is what I'm thinking. So that's that, right? So here's where we're at. So that's what I'm thinking. Look at that, boys and girls. How about that? Huh? How about that? That'll work, won't it? Yep. So now we're gonna do that. So I figured up. So we'll put two 4-inch speakers right there, and two 4-inch speakers over there, and we got the two 6x9s in the back. And I talked to the client, and he said he's loving it. He said, I like it. I said, you think you need any more speakers? He said, I don't know. What do you think, driver? That's what he always says. What do you think, driver? I said, I don't know. They make a little subwoofer box that we can put under the back seat so you can have a little bit of definition. You don't want nothing too crazy. And I said, we'll put some Dynamat and stuff and some insulate. I'll figure out something to cover this up. But again, we still got to put the pop rivets and all that. But I think that'll work. Oh yeah, and I got all this bolted down. Well, semi-bolted down. Got that where it needs to go. I put the nut inserts in that so she's secure. That's good to go. You see the nut inserts in there? So it bolts in from the bottom. So to take this off, you just have to reach up underneath, do a reach around. And it's got a 3/4 inch, 3/4 20s on this side and 3/4 20s on that side. And then the same thing I'm gonna do this way. I'm gonna put a nut insert on this and then put a 1/4 20 on that side and a 1/4 20 on that side. And then I believe that'll be good to go. Unless it's gonna be a party bus. Yeah. I don't know. He said I'd probably be driving it more than him. But anyways, so that's that. So let's go ahead and make this one up right quick. And I got something else I want to do too. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on this live or I'll charge my battery up and do something. So I got this idea in my head that I like ornamental stuff, right? So ornamental. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna make this, see how this looks, let everybody see it, kick it for just a few minutes. Then I'm gonna plug my phone up, charge my phone. I'm gonna go eat some leftover cheese ravioli and make me some more garlic toast. And then I'm gonna charge my phone. And then I'm probably gonna take the regulator off my welder and put it on the TIG machine. And then I'm gonna dig into the washers and I'm gonna get me some washers. And I'm gonna get a spark plug and I'm gonna TIG the spark plug to the washer on the foot to make a foot, right, in the center. So I'm gonna take a washer and I'm gonna TIG that washer to that washer. And then I'm gonna take the spark plug, turn it upside down, TIG the spark plug to the washer. So you'll have a washer and then you'll have a spark plug sitting on the washer upside down with the spark end to the top. Then I want to take the washers, heat them up with a little torch and bend them and make pedals out of it. And bend the washers into pedals. And I want to make a spark plug upside down that looks like a rose. Ray Norton. How did they steal your tools at the shop? So I want to take a spark plug, turn it upside down with electrodes to the air, to the sky, bend up washers and tack the washers to the spark plug and make a rose petal. That's what I want to do. I'm glad y'all got all this nut. Hey, what's up, big fish? Hey, big fish. It ain't over yet, big dog. It ain't over. It ain't over. They say a snow hurricane's coming Wednesday. They say a hurricane's coming Wednesday. It's called a snow cane. Is what I seen on the weather. I had to look it up. I thought it was daggone. I thought it was AI. I thought it was AI. Yeah, Ray, that sucks, man. So I mean, so how does that work? I mean, they got stowed off the work truck at work. So work's insurance should be able to cover it, shouldn't it? I would think. We only got 2 inches. So on the south side of my house, I got 7 inches. On the north side of the house, I got 11 inches. So I'll tell you what else. They're having appreciation week at Harbor Freight. I need to go to Harbor Freight so I can get that daggone nibbler, and I need to pick me up a little 2-pound ball peen hammer. I need to pick one of those up too. So I'm just center punching these holes for the screws and the bolts, or the pop rivets and the bolts. So I'm going to do we're going to do a 1/4 hole at the bottom. We're going to do a 3/16 hole at the top. So we're going to drill the holes before we do the break. Like I said. But yeah, I'm going to like I said, I'm going to charge the battery on my phone, then change the regulator off of I got a regulator for the argon, but the fitting's different. So I could probably go get a bushing, a reducer, but I probably have to get that at the gas store to go. Probably could use MPT, National Pipe 3. I probably could use that. Need to have a bushing to reduce it down from one line to the next line. And then I found a regulator, so that would work. So I wouldn't have to buy a regulator because them things are expensive. But I just have to see. All right, so this is a 3/16 drill bit, and these are Diablo bits. Diablo. Also, I had a very good conversation today with Willie Rebuild. Willie Rebuild's a cool cat, man. He reminds me of my buddy John Soule from Baton Rouge. He's like, "Okay, baby, let's go, baby," and brings back good memories. Good memories. I talked to Willie for about damn near about an hour today, close to it. I told him that I may, not 100%, I may. I'm like 30% sure. 30% sure. If my friend Shorty has a paint class in Texas this year in the spring, I told Willie that I asked Willie how far he lived from my friend's shop, and he said, "Baby, I live about 45 minutes, 30, 45 minutes." So I told him that if I did go, I'd give him a heads up and let him know beforehand. Just wouldn't roll up on him because he's a working man too, and I don't want to jam him up, but I would like to go meet him, shake his hand. So that's 3/16. So that's a 3/16. Now we're going to go to a quarter, and we're going to do a 1/4 inch hole on the other side. These are Diablo drill bits. I don't know what the part number is on them. Oh, part number, David, Mike, David, Tango, 29. Titanium. Yeah. So these are going to be 1/4 inch holes on this side. I need to pick up some deburring. I need to pick up some they're not deburring bits, they're chafing. Man, what are them things called? Hold on, I think they're bits where you put in the hole and you chafer the edge. What are them things called? I don't think Harbor Freight carries those. Deburring bits. I think that's what they're called. Chafering bits or something? I don't know. I have to look it up and see. I mean, you can use a step bit to do it if you wanted to. You could take a step bit and just bump it. Just bump it. Just to knock the edge off. Signed up for the Peach Festival yesterday. So now, got to figure out what we're going to take. All right, so we got those. Got the holes, got the 3/16 on this end and 1/4 inch on this end. So we're going to break this, and I did a template. So what I did is I did a small piece, and I leave that small piece right there, and I know that's the angle I need to stop at. So I'm gonna see if I can. I might have to move y'all around a little bit. I didn't charge that gimbal, but I will put you on this table right here. This table right here will work. All right, so we're gonna break this and break this. So this will be the passenger side speaker pod. Let me get my tape measure. Seven inches. 7 inches. 7. And that's my template right there. All right, let's do the other side. 6. 6. Take my little test piece up there. We're good to go. Got a little burr right there on there. I know on that aluminum it needs a little bit more lead in and pierce time. I found that out. And again, how's the roads, Mac? Oh, we got to take that damn light down. Look at her, just cheater, pumpkin eater. I wonder if this light works. If it does, I put it on the tractor. I still got to find a little screw, little set screw for my adjustable. I need to go buy the daggone fasten on, see if they got a little small set screw so I can fix my little adjustable wrench. I miss that thing in my pocket. Get my snips. Hey Mac, I ordered all the hey Mac, I ordered all that scorpion stuff yesterday, or today, sorry, today. Big holes go at the bottom, little holes go at the top. So let me get me a Sharpie. Y'all hang tight. So like I said, after this video, I'm going to charge my phone, change the regulator out on the TIG machine, and I think I'm going to we're going to make a rose. I want to try to make a rose out of washers and a spark plug. I'm kind of in a crafty mood. So I'll put this up here like this. Well, there's already a hole right there. So we're going to use that hole. We're going to use that pre-existing hole because the other hole would be too close right to it in proximity. So we're going to use that one and we just drill 2 holes. We're going to use one of the holes that was up there for that light right there. So let me get the drill with a 1/4-inch bit, and we're gonna send it. And then we need to pick up some carriage bolts so we can keep the industrial feel. Oh shit, which one was it? The outside hole. Outside hole. All right, that's that. So right there's one speaker pod. What's up, Tulu? There's one speaker. Look, I already got blood on it. Look, there's the blood. So we got one speaker pod up. So let's get some let's get some 1/4 bolts. Hey, Tulu. Hey, Tulu, I talked, Willie Rebuild called me today, Tulu. And I tell you what, man, he is a hoot. I love talking to him on the telephone. He is so funny, man. I was telling them, he reminds me of one of my old Navy buddies, John Soule, he was from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And man, he reminds me of him so much. It ain't even funny. It ain't even funny how much he reminds me. Are you building a Metro or a neither? Neither. I don't think it's either one of those, honestly. DIVCO. I don't know what that is. Johnny Rocket. I don't know what that is. That's what I'm building. Yeah, he was funny. I mean, I told him I agreed with him 100% on his message that he sent out on that video. I support that 100,000%. And we talked about some other stuff too that I ain't gonna discuss, but he reminds me of John Soule, and my friend John Soule was he was from Baton Rouge. And when I was in the Navy, when I joined the Navy, I was higher ranked than John Soule, and John Soule had been in the Navy for 15 years. It's actually, this is a 1961 Ford box truck. The body's made by, it's aluminum body. The body's aluminum. I'll show you what the body is right here. The body is made by the body is Aero Built Bodies in New York City, made by the Olson Corporation. It's called an F60 is what it's called, actually. It's called an F60. I didn't even realize that until I seen the serial number or the VIN number on the side. It's called an F60. It's all aluminum. It's got a custom chassis underneath it. I built the chassis in here. It's got a 302 in it with hopped up cam for it. It's got a 4-speed automatic, non-electric. It's got a 9-inch rear end in it. The only thing that I used out of the original chassis, the original chassis was based off of a 58 F100 pickup truck. So the only thing that I kept out of the chassis was the rear end, cut the rear end, disc brake conversion, and all that stuff. No, it's on coilovers. It's on coilovers. It's on coilovers. Did the whole rack and pinion, coilovers, built the whole chassis. I'll go back here. Done the bumpers, made the custom bumpers, made all this. Yeah, see, it's got coilovers underneath it. It's got air ride. It's got Ride Tech parallel full length, custom gas tank. I built all the bumpers. This bumper come from the junkyard. It was cut and shortened and tucked. And then these are the lights there. That's the exhaust. That's the thing. Took all the paneling out of the ceiling. It had paneling in the ceiling, took all the paneling down, put aluminum sheets up there, gonna put some strips across there. And that's not even the shiny side. That's not even the shiny side. The shiny side is on the other side. So we're gonna take the aluminum down, peel the plastic off of it, put it back up there, put aluminum strips, put aluminum trim down the corners, and so we can shine LED lights. I ordered all the Scorpion undercoating today. This is a quartz bed liner. Scorpion undercoating is actually bed liner, heat resistant, and noise resistant. It's going to be about 100 mils thick, which will be great because when I buy Dynomat, it's 120 mils thick right off the get-go. The client don't want no interior in it, but it does have, he wants the walls painted the same color as the box. It has 2015 Ford Explorer front seat, passenger seat, and back seat. And they're heated and power and everything. I done all this live the other day. Done all the bead rolling on the dash. Did all the bead rolling on the dash. So covered the dash with this 18 gauge. Done all this. Let me get up in here. Built custom brackets to hold the seats. All the brackets are at the powder coat and getting powder coated. It's just dirty. Bead rolled all the panels, the trim panels to cover up all the metal. Did all the dash work. Bead rolled all the dash, all that. This is the defroster. It goes back right through that hole right there. Goes through that. Took the old gauge cluster out, made a new one to match the old one. I'll show it to you in a second. Made this bracket the other day. Made this the other day to hold the radio. Put nut inserts in there so the radio's bolted there. Like I said, it's got a 302 out of a 94 GT Mustang in it. Let me show you where the bracket is. And then I'll get back on the conversation with Willie. Where did I throw that song gun at? Probably throw it over here in the bone pile. Yeah, there it is. So right here. Come on, big girl. So here is the old gauge cluster, right? This will have the old gauges in it, and the new gauges won't fit because he's going with Woodward gauges from InView gauges. So we took this the other night live, and we made that live. We made every bit of this live. We drew this out, we cut it out, we bent it, we broke it, put it together. So this is the old one, this is the new one. They make a blue shade band. Hold on a second. They make a blue shade band, 1/4 inch thick laminated glass. You could cut your windshield out of. It gives you a nice look. Oh, I got a windshield. I got a glass guy. So I got an old school glass guy. He's already cut all the glass. He's already cut every bit of the glass for me. Also, I got to build the doors. So the doors were 24 gauge aluminum with OSB inside of it, and they was just rotted out because OSB, when it gets wet, it ain't no good, right? I appreciate the insight though. A lot of people ask me like, "Hey man, where are you gonna get the glass at?" I got a glass guy. He came and my glass guy came and took out all the glass, and then I had the whole box media blasted, had all the paint took off of it, and then we found out that it was aluminum. The whole thing is aluminum. Put it in 2K epoxy and just slowly been working on it. And then my glass guy took all the glass back, and he can get all the rubber, all the glass, and every bit of it. Now it's expensive. It's expensive, and I don't talk money on here, but it's expensive. What else was I going to say before I got sidetracked on that? I don't know. It might come back to me here in a second. But yeah, oh yeah, the InView gauges. So that's the gauges that he's running right there is the ones in the top left-hand corner. Those Woodward gauges from NVU. And the truck's getting painted. I appreciate it. So the client let me pick the color. So we're doing pastel green and pastel white. This is going to be this is going to be like a teal. This is going to be a teal. This is going to be white. This is going to be white. The top's going to be white. The bumpers, I'm not decided yet. He wants run steely wheels on the side. And then, like I said, it's got a 302 in it, fuel injection. It's got Holley Sniper 2 fuel injection, 4-speed transmission, non-electric. He wants a radio. He wants air conditioner. And I don't know what else he wants. I got a list of stuff. So, oh yeah, and on the side of the truck, he wants an old school logo painted on the side. It says Pops Bait and Tackle on the side of it. So yeah, that's where we're at on that. Yeah, I love pastel colors. And then that's a K5 Blazer. That's a 68 C10. I got a mess. Don't pay attention to the mess. But I'm just a one-man band. So let's if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. I really would. We on our way to 10,000. Oh, back to Willie Rebuild. Willie Rebuild is hilarious. Super cool guy. He's a business guy. He's a businessman. He's a family man. He don't take no shit. Don't take no bullshit. And that's what I like about it. He's all about business. Business is business, and business is business. The stuff I heard from him today on the video he posted today was very motivating to me, for sure. Very, 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 very motivating. People stealing people's content, people lying, people, you know, just all the bullshit. You know what I mean? We're gonna get some button head bolts to match the rivets that's the rivet bolts that's already on this thing. We're gonna get some so when we put this up here for real, it looks like it. So I cut these two holes out for two 4-inch speakers. Nothing crazy. Retro Sound makes a aftermarket radio for old school vehicles. So we cut that hole in that radio pod for a 64 to 66 Mustang, because this is a Ford and he wants to keep it Ford. So we're gonna run one of those retro radios in there. We're gonna run the retro 6x9s and the retro 4-inch speakers. And then we're gonna get some trim. I'm either gonna make the trim or I'm gonna go down to the, now here's the crazy thing. I'm gonna go down to the metal shop that makes metal for roofs and see if they can break me a piece of trim that's 90, 90, then 22 degrees, and out of like 22 gauge. And I'm gonna run that around the perimeter of this thing like crown molding, and then I'm gonna hide the LED lights behind it and my little conduit for my wires and stuff that goes to my speakers, and hide all that stuff. So all this stuff is gonna be painted. Like the dash is gonna be painted, the doghouse is gonna be painted. He might put some carpet over it, but everything's gonna be painted in here. So if he wants to wash this joker out, he can wash it out. He said he didn't want no interior in it. So that's what he wants, that's what he's gonna get. That's what he wants, that's what he's gonna get. What's up, Stacy? Yeah, so like I said, if you're new to the channel, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, notification bell, drop a comment on a short so you don't get purged. If you didn't know and you subscribe to anybody's channel and you don't comment on one of their old videos or one of their shorts, if you don't comment within 24 hours, YouTube thinks you are a bot and they purge you out of the system. So just food for thought on that. If you didn't know, now you know. And the ceiling, when I get ready to put the ceiling up for real, it had aluminum strips that covered the seams, and I had to drill out 450 pop rivets that was holding this paneling up. I'll show you the paneling. So I'm gonna have to put all those strips back up there, and I'm gonna have to pop rivet 450 pop rivets to secure this back where it's supposed to go. Yeah. Yay! 450 pop rivets. 3/16 pop rivets. So that's why I'm just using these little sheet screws right here for now to just put a spike in it to hold it for right now. So when I come back and put the pot rivet in it, when I come back and put the pot rivet in for real, my hole's not too big. So y'all just hang tight. And thankfully, it's 50-52 aluminum, which is very soft, very pliable, very workable, and a self-tap screw will go in it like hot butter. Oh yeah, be like this. Yeah, so here's the strips. So right here, these were the strips. These were the strips that had this paneling material, and I'll show you what the paneling material looked like. It was old 1960 paneling board. Now, one thing about it, the insulation above it was probably full of asbestos, so I did wear a respirator and all that stuff, but here is the paneling. This is the paneling board that was on the ceiling, and you can see that these strips right here, that's what covered up the seam, and between all the pot rivets down the seams and around the seams, there was like 450 of them jokers. Crazy. So after we finish this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, excuse me, I got the hiccups. I'm going to charge my phone, and I'm going to take my regulator. I'm going to take the regulator off the welder and put it on the TIG rig, and then I'm going to set up everything. I want to make some ornamental stuff. So what I want to do is I want to take a spark plug. I got to thinking about it. And I want to take a spark plug and TIG a spark plug to a washer with the electrode sticking up. Then I want to take some different size washers, and I want to heat them up with the torch and bend them and twist them to make them look like pedals. And I want to TIG the pedals from small to big, and I want to make a flower or a tulip or a rose out of a spark plug facing upward. That's what I want to do. And I'm going to do it live. So we're going to do it live. So I'm going to come back and do that once I get everything set up. But right now I'm going to finish this right quick. Put a couple little screws in it. And then I'm going to figure out something to kind of put something right here to cover this hole up. Can't put nothing right here too far because the windshield wiper arm runs over there, so we're kind of limited on that. So son of a gun, spit on it. Hot tui. All right. Yeah, so this piece right here, this had pop rivets in it, so this went up there because that paneling stopped right there. Yeah, these windshield wiper arms, they rotate right there, so I couldn't run this no further, but I can probably make a piece that goes from here over and then break it where it, I don't know, I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out once we get there. And then see, that goes back right there, and you got those voids. And then we built the speaker pods in the back. Hey, I appreciate it. So right here is the 6x9 speaker pods. We made these live the other day. And no, we're not running Rockford Fosgate, but they fit. We made these brackets live. Now I'll put Dynomat inside these. I am going to put a hole right here on the side and put a dimple dial on it so I can run the wires out, the speaker wires up through some conduit, and I'm gonna run it down here, all the way down to get up to the front. And when I was talking about that angle, I want to put a piece of angle that goes this way, like comes this way, drops down, and then drops down back. I'll show you. I drew it out on a piece of paper. They'll make it any way I want to, and it don't have to be heavy duty. It can be like 20 gauge or something like that. It's just for decorative. And then when I put it up there, I can pop rivet it. And then on the inside trim, I can put that two-sided sticky tape LED light and run LED lights all the way around the perimeter, because this thing don't have no interior lights. That was the interior light, and there was a toggle switch on the dash that he said when he was a kid, his daddy would flip the switch and the lights would come on to unload Lance crackers. This is like a nab truck, you know, like for crackers and nabs and stuff like that. But the bracket that I was talking about making or getting them to make would be something like, it'll come out like this, and then it'll come down like that, and then break it back like this, but still leave me enough room where I can get in there and put a pop rivet in there, and then I can run the LED light strip right there on the inside. So if you was looking at it from the back of the truck, right, this would be facing the wall like that. That would be facing the wall, and the LED strip would be in there. And when he flipped the switch, the LED light would shine on the wall and then radiate back down. So when you looked at it straight on, only thing you would see is just a lip, like a piece of crown molding, all the way across the top like that. And it would just be like that. And then the LED strip would be behind it, shining that way. What's up, Yancey? Hope everything's well with you too. So that's where we're at on that. Look, we've been on here 53 minutes. Like I said, I'm gonna charge the phone a little bit. I'm gonna go eat some ravioli and eat some leftover ravioli from last night. But what I'm talking about doing with the spark plug and the washers, I want to take a washer and put a washer down like that, right? I want to TIG a spark plug to the washer, right? So spark plug would be like that, right? And then you got your ceramic and all that. And then I want to take washers like this. I want to take washers like this, and I want to bend them. And if we don't have enough, we'll cut some out. I want to bend the washers, heat them up and bend them to make pedals. You know what I'm saying? I want to make pedals and make a rose. You know what I'm saying? I want to take the washers and fold them up from small to big. So if you're looking at it, it would be something like make a rose. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll do that when we get back. So, yep. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you tapping in. Y'all know I like to keep my lives about 60 minutes. We've been on here 55 minutes. So I appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, real fancy. I just want to do something. Just do something different. You know, just do something. Like I said, I mean, just make some flowers. Make some flowers. All right, boys and girls, I appreciate every single one of you. Remember what I said, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first. Peace, living chicken grease. Oh, man, I messed that up because I was thinking about something else. Remember what I said, boys and girls, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch while sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first at loose end.